In the previous video I showed you, I went through the dry runs of these different traversals. In this video I'm going to show you how to do the traversal using C++ code. Now look, we're going to have a function inside of our tree class, okay, and our tree class looks like this. Okay, tree, and then we have the node, and don't worry about the insert function right now, okay, if you haven't watched the video about that. I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna guarantee that everything is gonna fall in place once you watch all the videos. We're gonna have a function called traverse, like that. Okay, now inside of the traverse we're gonna make this traversal using recursive function. Okay, we're gonna recursively traverse. Recursion means that you have a function inside of another function. So we're gonna have a node. Okay, I'm gonna call this T, because remember what we're trying to do here is the following. Where are we? This is our root, right? We're gonna make a temporary node equal to T. Okay, T assumingly, right? Actually no, we're not gonna make a temporary. Okay, so yeah, just make it T. So now the thing that I'm gonna try to do is the following. I'm gonna make T and then I'm gonna go traverse using T. That's what I'm gonna do. So we have T right here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Remember, we're going to try to implement a pre-order traversal. So in a pre-order traversal, we're going to first see out t.data, and of course we forgot to do the endl. After couting the endl and the t's data, we're going to go, alright, we're going to say traverse, and we're going to say t dot right, actually no, left, and traverse t dot right. Now this should ring a bell once you look at this code. Ring a bell meaning what exactly? Look, remember in the previous video I told you in a pre-order traversal you have, let me change my color to scarlet red. Now in a pre-order traversal you have the root coming first, and then you have the left, then you have the right. Remember, this is left, this is right, and this is root. Okay, so what do you notice here? This is the root, this is left, this is right. So if you want to print out using a pre-order traversal, you're going to print out in this sequence. So I'm going to say traverse, I'm going to traverse using pre-order traversal, right? This is the code for a tree pre-order. Now in order to, I'm going to create another function. Okay, and inside of this function I'm going to put my traverse function. Okay, so whenever I'm calling the display function, I'm going to be calling traverse function. Alright, and the node that I'm going to pass into this is going to be our root node, because we want to start at root. We're going to make a root equal to t, and then we're going to go print out t's data, meaning the root's data, and then we're going to go one left and one right, like that. So we also have to have a base case, by the way. Base case meaning if root equal to, or actually no, if t is equal to null, then we just want to return that. We want our recursive function to stop at some time, that's why we're having t equal to null. Okay, because sooner or later our function is definitely gonna encounter a null value, like when it reaches 3, or it's gonna try to go left and then it's gonna see a null. If it's gonna try to go right, it's gonna see a null. Same with 17, 30, 38, 50, 93. So then in that case we want to end the function and make another copy if it hasn't, like that. So I mean, I'm supposing you are familiar with recursive functions. If you're not, then just watch my recursive function video, you'll be familiar with it. So yeah, that's what it is, how you code a recursive function for traversal. I'm gonna test these out, focus it in the next video. Right, thanks for watching.